Okay, we've used PADI's tables for the recreational dive planner to work out our 3 dives. So let's use their electronic computer, the ERDPml, the electronic recreational dive planner multi-level, to work out the same 3 dives. So turn it on, always starts with a beep, and then we see that it says select mode. Now we can check here what system of units it's in metric. To change the units, you actually have to open up the battery slot at the back and flick a switch, which is a little frustrating if you're changing between the two. However, we're going to stick with meters. Now it says select mode, so we will select the mode that we want. So we have dive planning, surface interval, or maximum depth. We want dive planning as we're planning a dive, so make sure it says dive planning on the LCD and press enter. It now asks, are we doing a multi-level dive? Yes or no? We're doing a square profile dive, no multi-levels, so we can click no. Is this the first dive of the day? Yes. Now enter the depth. We're doing a 15-meter dive for 40 minutes. Now our no decompression limit for this dive is 72 minutes. Our 40 minutes is well below that, so that's a nice safe dive to do. So enter our actual bottom time of 40 minutes. Press enter. This then tells us that the pressure group after the dive is N, so we should note this in our dive profile. Press enter to move forward. It asks for us to put in the surface interval, so we plan to do an hour and 5 minutes surface interval, so we type in our hour and 5 minutes and then press enter. The ERDPml tells us that the pressure group after the surface interval is now D, so we should note that on our dive profile. We then have another dive to do, so press enter, and it asks us to enter the depth. Straight in it goes. So 13 meters for 26 minutes. Again, the ERDPml tells us the adjusted no decompression limit. So this is the maximum time that we could spend at 13 meters. So we could spend 76 minutes if we wanted. However, we're just going to spend 26. So press enter and put in our 26 minutes for our actual bottom time. Press enter to store that in the computer, and it tells us straight away that the pressure group after the dive is N. So we should mark that on our dive profile. Press enter to move forward. Now it asks us to put in a surface interval because we've just finished a dive, so we're going to do a 40-minute surface interval. We can now press enter. And it tells us that the pressure group after the surface interval is G. So we have one last dive to do. We're going to do a dive to 11 meters. However, we didn't specify a time because we wanted to work out what our adjusted no decompression limit would be, so then we could pick the right time for diving on that. We don't want to pick something too long and find that we weren't able to do it. So we press enter, and we see that our adjusted no decompression limit is 112 minutes. So basically, most people would not easily complete 112 minutes on a single tank. So we're only going to do a 30-minute dive. We've dived twice already today. We don't need to spend that much time down there. So let's press enter and type in 30 minutes. When I press enter, it tells me the pressure group after the dive is 0. And that's basically the exact same calculation that we did using the tables, but this time using the ERDPml. If we want to do a 4th dive, all we'd have to do is press enter and continue on from there. I hope that shows you how to plan a dive using the ERDPml. Thanks for watching.